This video is a public statement. I will not listen to music for the next 30 days. The most inspiring, beautiful and creative days of my life were when I did not listen to music at all, except in the gym where the music runs all the time anyway. And so the goal of this video is to inspire you to do the same. Today we'll be talking about music addiction, why it's a problem, when to take action, and how to break free from music addiction. I have done so many times before. In 2023, for instance, I went on a 100-day fast, and those were the most beautiful days. And I want to replicate that because I have noticed that in the past few months I started to listen to so much music that it started to really impair my ability to focus and to work productively, and as well as to enjoy music, because when you are addicted to music, it becomes that need without any actual pleasure attached to it. But here's an important disclaimer. If you're listening to classical, lo-fi or brain music, then it's not really a problem. But if you're listening to the modern, overstimulating music, then it absolutely is. The first reason why modern music especially, is so problematic is because it overstimulates. Modern music is designed such that it creates the maximum spike of emotions, kind of like junk food. The brain isn't supposed to handle it, and so it has to exert a lot of effort to process it. Overstimulation exhausts the brain such that it becomes difficult to focus and to work productively. And this is, hence, you will become less creative and less productive if you listen to music excessively, especially while you're working. This is my problem. I do that. And this is problematic. So a lot of people that are on self-improvement break free from porn, break free from internet, break free from video games, break free from junk food. But many miss music because it doesn't seem like an addiction, but it is. The next reason why music addiction is so harmful is because it creates artificial emotions. Just like the junk food that spikes dopamine, music can induce all sorts of emotions. It can make you feel relaxed, but it can also make you feel badass whilst you've actually done nothing at all. So it's kind of like a video game where you play that video game and you get the illusion that you've made progress whilst you've actually wasted time. The same with music. You listen to music, it makes you feel really motivated, really badass, whilst you've actually done absolutely nothing at all. So it's exactly like a drug. But it doesn't seem like a drug. It seems more abstract, and that's why many people miss it. Many people misjudge it, and that's what makes it so potent. The third and final problem of music addiction is that it's actually very degenerate most of the time. Even if you do not believe in affirmations, if you're constantly surrounded by degenerate lyrics, your brain will start to think that it is normal to be degenerate, that it is normal to be a loser, that it is normal to not be self-improvement. And this is just pathetic. This is not the way that life is meant to be lived. Life is meant to be lived full of inspiration, full of creativity, full of focus, full of dedication, and not full of, oh, I fucked that bitch, now I take drugs. You know? So, but once again, the disclaimer is, if you listen to classical music which does not contain any lyrics at all, if you listen to brain music that does not contain any lyrics at all, you should be absolutely fine. But once again, the problem is, if you listen to that lo-fi music, it becomes boring after a while and you often switch to more stimulating music. That's what happened to me. And this is where the real problems start. So, when do you have music addiction? Well, it's when you need to to listen to music to function properly. It's when you can't go outside without listening to music. It's when you can't work out without listening to music. It's when you can't work without listening to music. It's when you can't even play video games without listening to music. So I won't tell you a time when how many hours a day is a problem. It's more so that the mindset is a problem, that you are so used to music that you absolutely can't live without it, and that you actually get offended at this video for me telling you to stop listening to music. If you get offended, that's a sign that you have a serious problem. And so that's when you need to break free. And so how do you break free? Well, I've done it before for 100 days. I've mentioned it before. And the first tip that I could give you is to remove temptations. So I've done a video on that before, on how to break free from digital addiction. But essentially, you want to make it as hard as possible to listen to music. For instance, you delete the music apps, you turn off Wi-Fi on your devices, you delete the music files that you have on your computer, and you also get rid of earphones, you give them to your siblings or just lock them away. And all these different things even website blockers can help you break free from music addiction. When you combine these different measures all at the same time, it becomes kind of difficult and inconvenient to listen to music, and this is good. Now, if you remove temptations, you can also do something else. You can replace it. For instance, you can go to a website that offer these lo-fi musics. If I don't forget it, I will link a few down below. And you can also download a few lo-fi music kind of soundtracks, brain music, classical music, stuff like that, to then replace your desire for degenerate music with this desire. However, replacing the music has the problem that if you aren't careful, you will slip right backward, because you'll get bored of that boring music and then start listening to that overstimulating music again. This is the problem. That's why I recommend you to get rid of temptations rather than to replace them. And so the ultimate way to replace music, to break free from music addiction, is to actually go on a 30-day fast. This is what I will do after uploading this video. Today is, as you can see, it's September 27th, so I will not listen to music until November 1st. That's a bit more than 30 days. And then the final tip that I can give you, which is not really breaking free, but if you have a strong urge to listen to music, then do so, but outside of your home. For instance, you go to the club, you go to the gym, you go to the city center, or you go to the opera. All those places have music. And so if you have that really, really strong urge to listen to it, and you know that you shouldn't be, go outside and listen there. This is equivalent to removing temptations, because if you have to go to the city center to listen to music because some street musician is playing there, it adds a lot of friction, which makes it easier for you to break free. If you're too weak to break free, I understand that, but then at least establish the rule that you don't listen to music for the first, let's say, 6 hours of the day. Afterwards, you can listen as much as you want. After you've done your big and important task, listen as much as you like. But before that, establish the rule that you don't. My name is Kirill, I'm 18 years old, and my goal is to inspire 10,000 good decisions. If this video helped you, if you found this video valuable, then please subscribe.